So I'm gonna need you to help me out here. All right. This is Music Racer. It's a game that visualizes music and you race and collect the notes like like Audio Surf, one of those games. And it's on the Switch, which is what we're playing it on. Okay, you with me so far? I would assume so. All right. Just a real quick warning, lots of flashing lights, more than usual, to the point that even I'm mentioning it, and I never mention that. So, uh, I hope you're ready for that. But let's go to the first location and race the first song, alright, in the standard mode. And let's just look at how the game does. So you notice anything, I mean, it's a little early, but you notice anything about the camera that may be a problem for a game like this? Ignore the flashing lights. I don't care if the flashing lights are hurting your eyes. Do you notice that maybe the camera is not a functional camera for this kind of game? Like, that it's physically impossible to see some of the notes coming and react in time? You maybe notice that about the camera? It's kind of unfortunate, isn't it? That the camera makes it pretty much impossible to see the upcoming notes, especially on certain curves. And this is as zoomed out as the camera gets, in case you're curious. Can't zoom it out any further. This is max distance from the car. So, can't see the notes or obstacles? Sucks to be you. Not only is this the default camera, but this is the mandatory camera. You can't fix it. This is as far as it goes out. You can zoom it in further if you want, but this is as far out as it goes. You can't see shit. You can't see the notes coming. It's not great. And another thing, the notes don't actually sync up with any song you might be playing. The graphics do. It's a really pretty light show to go with whatever song you've selected, but the notes on the track, no, they don't sync up with the song. How about that? And you might be thinking, okay, where's your generous interpretation of this game? Because I know you have one. All right, here was my generous interpretation of the game. It's just meant to be a pretty light show, and the little white blocks you're collecting aren't meant to represent notes. That's what I thought at first. Let's go to another location so you can see something interesting. But yeah, that's what I thought. That was my rationalization. Even though other games in this genre would teach you to expect otherwise. But it doesn't... That generous interpretation doesn't work out. Right, so this location we're going to play, this neon retro location, might notice something different about the camera here. That's right! The camera angle is placed in such a way you can see the fucking notes! And there's no turns that obscure the notes in such a way that you can never see them coming. It's amazing that this specific location has a good camera. And the camera angle does seem to be tailored to locations, because most of them that I've unlocked have the bad camera where you can't see the notes. And this one just has a better camera. And, let's go back to my interpretation that you're just meant to enjoy the pretty light show and collect white blocks while you listen to music. And it has nothing to do with rhythm, okay? It scores you at the end. It scores you on the amount of notes you collected, on the amount of white blocks you collected. So if it's not meant to be a rhythm game, where you can predict where the notes will be, then the bad camera and the scoring system completely contradict that. It's a mess. You can't play it as a rhythm game because the blocks you're collecting don't match the beat of the song. And they do want you to collect all the blocks because you get a score based on how many you've collected, and the max score is collecting all of them. Is there something I'm fucking missing? I had my brother play the Steam version to see if that one was different from the Switch version I'm playing here. It seems the same. It seems to have the same issues, where in most of the locations, the camera obscures the notes, so that way you can't collect them. The notes don't actually match the song in any meaningful way. Like, help me out here. I've got to be crazy, right? There's no way the game they just fucked up something that important, like being able to see the notes and the notes matching the song. There's no way they fucked that up. Also, sometimes the notes clip through you. Even when you clearly collect them, they just clip through your car, and they don't count as collected. That's great, too. But yeah, please, someone, anyone, prove me wrong. Tell me I'm insane. Something. Because you can't change the camera angle. The camera angle is decided by the location you're racing in. You can zoom it in and out, but it's on max zoom right now. It's not very zoomed out, and the camera obscures the notes so that you can't possibly get them all. And memorizing them all may be possible, but why would you want to do that when there's no rhythm to it? It would just be memorizing a see, those notes clipped right through me. It would just be memorizing a nonsense pattern of white blocks. I don't think I've ever been this baffled by a design decision. Is it intentional? I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, somebody please tell me I'm wrong and insane.